Ill Sound Radio. We back in the building.
Yes, sir. Checking in with the homie DJ Campaign Camo. How you feeling, bro?
What's the word, fellas? What's the word?
Shit, man. Chilling out. How you doing?
I'm good. Besides the raspy voice, I'm good.
I feel you,
Hey, man, you don't sound as bad as when you walked in here the first time.
Oh, okay.
So you decent. So that little extra 30 minutes you had, you feel me? Helped.
Y'all let me warm up a little bit, so I made it work.
For sure, man. You gotta let the people know too. Like they gotta pardon you for this, cause those who know you know how your voice is,
For
so
sure.
they know this but we had to get it through, and I appreciate you for coming through, man.
So I appreciate y'all for having me.
For sure, man.
Shout out to you for thugging it out with us. You feel me?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna miss this. I couldn't.
For sure, man. And early on, bro, we gonna go ahead and jump in with the Takeover season brand. Like you told me off, you know I know, and I know, and bro, it's been good watching it grow over the years, bro. And it's like the brand in itself is one of the strongest effects of word of mouth I ever seen, especially watching it for 4 years stretch across WIU campus. So talk about, for those who don't know, how did Takeover season start? Where did the name come from, and all that?
Okay. Well, basically, I started DJing first, and I was like, I can't just be one-dimensional. I didn't want to just be a DJ. I wanted to have something else flowing at the same time as the DJ career. So clothes, I like fashion, I like the streetwear, aesthetic, lifestyle, stuff like that. So I just wanted to be a two-headed monster pretty much. And I could dress, I like to dress streetwear-wise, not suit and tie, but I like to, put clothes on and shoes and all that. So I'm like, DJ Drama got like a gangster grills, but he ain't got clothes. He ain't got, this, that, and the third. So I wanted to up the ante a little bit by having a clothing line, but not just the clothing line. I throw events. I, work with artists and all type of things. So Takeover season was just another entryway, basically.
Right.
Just to, had two different lanes going on. And we started that 2017. It was just basic T-shirts, Takeover season across the front, Guild In T-shirts. Anybody who start from the bottom, Guild In T-shirts is pretty much basic entry level. Sure. So I was doing that, and just off the love, like you said, Western, $20 T-shirts. Here y'all go, just selling T-shirts, wanting people to put the clothes on. And after a short while, I just really seen like people were supporting it. People actually, whether they was just supporting me or supporting for real, but I just wanted to keep that going. Mm-hmm. I liked the way it was going. I had different ideas, and I actually cared. I actually seen this being something, substantial. Right. So I just went hard on it. Same thing with the DJ stuff. I just was pounding, just different stuff, hoodies. I had velvet dad caps, like all type of stuff. Like I was just trying different things and seeing what people liked and didn't like. And they would give me their reactions and honest opinions. So I definitely appreciate anybody who ever gave me some sound advice as far as the clothes go or the brand in general.
How long you been DJing?
5 years.
5-year DJ, 4 years in
Yep.
the clothing.
Yep.
Okay, so like what made you want to be a DJ? Like at what point do you be like, man, I'm finna DJ?
It just was natural, honestly. I didn't go to college wanting to be a DJ. I'm a sports broadcasting major, along with my guy to the right. We was in plenty of classes together. At the time, I had about 2,000 songs on my MacBook. So I was just like, I got all the songs, I be on the aux cord, at the kickback, in the car. I'm always exclusive songs, anything. Getting albums early. Like I was doing that, illegally downloading stuff. I was doing that. So, it was one time that was If You Reading This It's Too Late came out. I had it before my whole floor had it. And they was knocking at my door like
that was something special to have.
they was knocking on my door like, hey bro, can you send me that file? Da da da. I'm like, yeah, come on. Drake fans. I ain't even the biggest Drake fan, but I had it though. Like and stuff like that was like, oh, okay. And then I got an opportunity to spend a skate party. That's what it was, a skate party. And my mans usually was on the aux cord for a party or whatever, and I told him, I'm like, bro, I got all the songs they want to hear on my laptop. I might as well just get a little software and try to do something. You know, it's better than just the phone or whatnot. So we did it. I got good reaction off of that, and it just was like a warming feeling. I just felt welcome, like this might be my niche, you know, like this might be my way in. I can't cut hair. I can't do all the other small little hustles that you do in college to make money, but I like music, and we ain't really had no DJs at Western, so why not, you know, give it a shot. And people was willing to, you know, let me spin, and I was doing it for no money or $20 or $50 just to put something in my pocket. You know, that's how serious I was about it. And I was getting booked Friday, Saturday, sometimes Sunday, day parties, whatever. So I just went after it, just went hard on it. All in all, yeah.
Let's talk about the transition from the aux cord to actually learning the DJ. How long did that process take you?
It took some time. I got my first board out the pawn shop, like $50 board. Didn't care. You know, I was just determined to learn the techniques and the fundamentals. And I didn't really know how to scratch. I didn't know how to do anything but, you know, use the crossfader and blend the songs. I knew your BPM got to match and things like that. But I didn't know, you know, I wasn't solidified all the way. It did take time. I probably say probably like a year and a half, 2 years to be like sound, to be truly sound. Like I started in 2016, so probably like fall 17 or early spring 18 is when I really, you know, was like, all right, I'm kind of nice. You know, I'm kind of, I can hold it down basically. And just practicing, and I had like people around me when I was practicing. Nah, bro, that ain't it. You know what I'm saying? That don't sound good. Or oh yeah, you snap it. Like I needed that. You gotta have that around you. Like even as a artist or creators in general, everybody can't have a yes man. Facts. So it's like, yeah, you cold, but you know, they super cold. You know, what you gonna do when you get in a room with them? Yeah. You know, and I'm like, damn, okay, shit, yeah. You know what? So I just like, so I was sitting in my dorm room in the dark, you know, just trying to just master this, and just like I said, the justification from other people just kind of tell me like I was elevating and growing in the craft.
You're a veteran now, because a lot of people, like, if you really like break down 5 years, right, like when you live in the 5 years, it ain't that long. You
right.
feel me? But 5 years is a long ass process to actually learn something, grow something, and then master it. And I think it take at least 5 years to actually put that work in to be good enough at something where you can actually turn it into a career and branch out and be an entrepreneur in that space. Right. You feel me? So shout out to you, because a lot of people would have gave up. You feel me? I could look back on my life and be like, man, some shit that I did spend 5 years, and I said fuck that shit because it just wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? So salute to you, bro.
I appreciate that.
No doubt.
Oh, and with that, bro, with like the DJing and you talking about not having yes man around you, how did your team like motivate you on days where you like, damn, this shit kind of, you know what I'm saying? This shit kind of this ain't flowing in the direction right. I want, because every creative, I feel like every creative got that mindset of how it's supposed to look, but you got to get that technique right to make your ability match your mindset.
I mean, my people they just seen it. Like, they seen it before I was really seeing it. Like, right. Hey, look, man, if you get serious about this, you know, it could be something, you know. But it also was just, I didn't really have to, you know, have them just push me. Right. Like, they seen that I was dead ass about this. Like, right. And once your people around you, they see that you're serious about something, they gonna make sure you're doing everything, you know, the right way. And seeing my people, you know, I kick it with creatives and non-creatives. So even just seeing them, you know, excel in their lanes and their crafts, I'm like, man, I got to step my stuff up. You know, they got businesses, or I got a friend who was working on Joe Biden campaign. Like, You for real? Like, my friend is literally working on the campaign, helping this man get elected. And I'm like, that's major. And it's somebody who, like, real close to me. So it ain't even got to be a rapper or a artist or whatever. It's just my everyday people. I see them going hard and they doing their thing. I should be able to do the same. So it wasn't like a, look, you know you got a gig today. Look, you need to do this. Like, no, it was like, oh, okay. He going crazy. She going crazy. Oh, okay, yeah. I got to do the same thing.
Right.
How important was it to actually see that? Because a lot of people have people around them that's, we gonna be honest, doing bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And they say if you want to be a millionaire, you got to surround yourself with millionaires.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So how important was it for your circle to actually be out here doing their thing?
It's very important. No man left behind. You know, ain't no one man bigger than the crew. So it's just like, if we want this bad enough, we gotta lock in. We gotta show the people that, you know, yeah, this might be Camo outside of, you know, Djing, but when you see him, it's Game 7. When you see him on that stage, when you see him, it's you know, like Nipsey say, all money in. It's just as simple as that. I really just took it upon myself to be like, we finna turn up. Like, everybody finna turn up. And the whole Takeover season concept really just stemmed from that, because at the time at Western, a lot of the older students that were the creatives and doing, and the Greeks and all that, they was on their way out. And it was a new wave. All the younger underclassmen, stuff like that, we was coming in and just snapping. Everybody was snapping. So it stemmed from that. We was taking over the whole campus, you know, just a whole new wave of everything. Barbers, nail techs, all that, you know, DJs. And because I wasn't the only DJ, but it was a few of us all coming at the same time. Rappers, all, you know, you name it, we had it. Entrepreneurs. So I didn't just stem Takeover season just, you know, off of me. I seen what was around me and what was going on, and it just influenced that.
Now, being that guy that had 2,000 songs on their computer, you feel me? People knocking on your door because you got Drake first, you feel me?
Yeah.
Like, how important is it today to still find those new artists and bring them to your listeners' ears?
Very. I pride myself on keeping the playlist updated, keeping tracks in motion. Like, for instance, I got the mix on iLLANOiZE every Thursday. I'm always trying to download whatever, you know, what just came out, or, you know, the albums come out every Thursday. So, like, that Money Bag just dropped last week. I'm on the album. This gonna be the hit. This gonna be like, or just try to put people on. DJs, like, we supposed to do that. We supposed to be putting people on. You know, yeah, it's cool playing the classics and the stuff they want to hear, but you gain more, you know, people be like, oh, I heard that when bro, you know what I'm saying? When bro played that in the party or the club or the mix. And, like, I hear a lot of stuff on the radio and quick to Shazam it or whatever. And I'm not afraid to be like, hey, bro, put me on. You know, people be having pride issues like that. Sure. I like being that guy, and people be like, oh, yeah, he played that. I ain't got to be first, you know. I just want I want to be one of the first ones, but I don't have to be the first one. So keeping that playlist updated and staying on point. And it ain't just mainstream artists, it's the local artists too. I try to stay connected with the people that rock with me. You know, you giving me opportunity, I'm doing the same.
Bro, in order to listen to all this music, bro, you got to love music first off.
For sure.
For you to, like you say, bro, be going through hours worth of music just to find a couple particular songs,
For
bro.
sure.
Like, that take a lot, man. That take a lot. How, bro? How?
Time. I'm in the car, riding around, going places. When an album drops, I like to listen to it from the first track, like, in order. No shuffle, none of that. Like, of course, if they got the radio hit out already, I ain't got to really hear that. Right. It's the other songs or the features or whatever. Because, you know, they might have a particular artist that may be hot. They might not be hot themselves, but they got somebody else on the song that'll just take your attention for a couple seconds. So seeing a bunch of different albums and mixtapes and track, like, I just be in tune like that. Like, you gotta want to listen to that music. It's people that are like, I'll wait for the fans to tell me what the hit is instead of going to search it and make it the hit. I just think that's the better route, I would say.
Yo, it's your boy Biko. Make sure you head over to the Apple Store and Google Play Store and download the iLLANOiZE app right now. From there, you'll be able to stream iLLANOiZE Radio live every Saturday from 4 to 6 p.m., as well as stream podcasts, watch interviews, check out the latest news, and so much more. So head over there to your App Store and download the iLLANOiZE app.
Ill Sound Radio, we back in the building.
Yo, checking back in with Campaign Camo. And before we went on a music break, you say you had a question for him, Jay. So go ahead, ring it out.
All right, now with music being so short these days, you know,
For sure.
it used to be 5, 4, 3-minute songs. Now you find a song on somebody's album, it's 1 minute and 32 seconds. Like, how has that impacted you as far as finding music?
In the sense to like what you mean by finding though?
Because I know technically you just need a hot verse. You know what I'm saying? You don't need
Right.
the whole song.
Yeah,
you
they
know what
don't
I'm saying?
want us to play the whole song.
But if you got a song that's 1:30, you know what I'm saying? You might not even find that hot verse in that 1:30.
If the song itself is, you know, doable or quality, I'll let it ride. I mean, like you said, they call it what, microwave rap or whatever. They making a lot of that these days, and I kind of trip myself up because, you know, you're not supposed to play the whole song as the DJ or whatever, you know, cut it after the first verse or after the important verse or whatever. But the song's so short, it's like, what you want me to do? You know, you might as well. People gotta, you know, they like that part of the song, but it's another key part of the song at the back of the song. So it's like, and the song's so short, I let it rock. I ain't gonna lie. It don't even really matter. As long as it's not the traditional 3 minutes or 3:30, I ain't gonna let that whole song play. But if it's 2 minutes, I make it work. And usually all them songs on the albums nowadays in that range. So it's more so like finding the BPM, you know, finding songs that just mesh well together. Even if they all happen to be short, that's just, it is what it is, you know.
And what a lot of people may or may not know, I actually got my start in radio alongside of you at Takeover SZN Radio. I never forget the day you put us on the schedule. I'm like, that was when that was the schedule when the schedule came out. It was like, you know, that little white sheet. You like, hey, what day you trying to do it? Then I'm like, shit, I don't know. Then you just picked the Thursday, man. I think you hop skipped somebody. You did something, bro. You did it the right way and it worked. Well, I'm saying all that to say, would you ever get back into radio? You
For
think
sure.
you ever be back in radio?
For sure.
What did you like the most about like being on the radio?
I made it me. I made it for instance, the title, Takeover SZN Thursdays. I was already pushing that because we had the radio, and then I had the Ritz Thursday night, so it kind of was a nice 1-2 punch. Eventful. And sometimes I would drop mixes on SoundCloud Thursday too. So we'd be on the radio, hot topics, entertainment, sports, music, whatever. I get to promote the mix, and I get to tell everybody on the campus to come to the Ritz, you know, because that's where we at tonight. So it was just good promo, good vibe, having you on there, somebody knowledgeable with music, somebody that was just relatable in general. You know, the vibe we had was cool. Everybody was listening. Like you just told me, people was walking up to you like, hey, ain't you that boy on the radio? Like, you know, it's a good feeling, you know, walking around and not just being a show DJ or, you know, because it's kind of two ends to that. The ones on the radio that don't literally mix, I mean, they call themselves DJs or whatever, which they are, but they don't do what we do. And some people that just, you know, like to spin, they not going to get on that. You know, they don't want to get on the mic or in front of the camera.
Right.
So it is what it is. But I got a personality to do all of that. So I'm cool with it. It ain't really no pressure. And we was majors, you know, broadcasting majors. So I felt like I was on GCI or I was on Power 92. It was just us, you know, like the music might not have been up to par all the way, but we made it fun. We made it enjoyable because you got people tagging us or like, hey, bro, I'm listening to y'all right now. Like, I'm texting. They texting us. Yeah. They was calling in. I just want to tell y'all, you know, y'all doing y'all thing. Like, that felt good. Like, it was a good feeling. So, yeah, of course, I definitely would be interested in doing radio, whether it was internet radio or in real life on air, FM, AM type of joint.
What has been your favorite part of your growth? Like, it was a moment in time where you just had to sit back and look like, damn, man, this shit great.
I say like it was 2 parts, 2 points. One, I tell you, an in school part and an after graduation part. The Lil concert, when we had Lil at Western, I was an opening DJ, but I was opening, but I had like a middle, like right before midnight time slot. So I got that crowd. I got the crowd, you know, the main crowd to be there. But like I shook that joint. Like it was busting and they didn't want me to get off. That's how fun it was. Like it was a I'm here kind of moment for school, you know, necessarily. But it was rocking. It was thousands of people there. I was doing my thing. I just felt the vibe. Like it just felt good. And an out of school moment was All-Star Weekend last year.
I was gonna ask you about that next.
Man,
go ahead and talk about it.
It was cracking. I had 8 events in like 2 days, 3 days. Like stuff I was throwing, stuff I was booked for, whatever. I got the DJ for Baron Davis, Al Harrington, Cowboy. Like the Cowboy was unexpected, but the Baron Davis and the Al Harrington, I kind of got plugged with some bigger homies. They needed a DJ. He was having he got the brand Viola, Al Harrington, the cannabis brand, and he was having a pop up at a resale shop that I work with, a shoe store called Fleet Club. I was just like glad to be in that moment, and the Baron Davis event was kind of funny though, cause I DJ'd that, and he walked up on me and he was like, "Hey, I want to hear some Vaughn." And I'm like, "You want to hear some what?" He was like, "Bro, I want to hear some Vaughn. I want to hear that crazy story."
Right.
Man, after he said that, I was like, all right, cool. I got a video of him turned. Like, he was turned, singing a lyric for lyric. Like, it just goes to show, like, the impact our culture has, Chicago culture has everywhere. Baron Davis like 50, mid-40s, 50 years old, but he know about Vaughn. Like, that's crazy to me. It really blew my mind. But the All-Star Weekend in general was just cracking. I was throwing pop-up shops for my clothes, spinning events. I had a silent party that weekend, like just a whole bunch of different things going on. And I kind of felt like I was noticed as a DJ, you know, in my city. Because all the big names, they was doing the bigger events, but to still hold it down for, you know, what I had going on, it felt dope. It just was a pretty cool feeling.
What's those moments like? Because like you say, you was doing a Lil Folk concert and it's thousands of people, bro, and you got the crowd rocking, bro. What? That's like a powerful feeling,
For
bro,
sure.
to just be like, man, they happy because of what I'm doing, bro. So what's that like?
It's crazy. I mean, DJs, we live for crowd reactions, you know, besides like negative ones. But I'm just saying, we live for cutting the song off in the crowd singing that joint. You know what I'm saying? Like, we live for that type of stuff. But being on home turf, where I just was like, man, just do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was a little nervous, I ain't gonna lie, but just do your thing, bro. The same way we was in the fraternity house, and these the same people. It's just that added on, you know, it's the same people. So all day I'm walking on campus, all of that, and they like, man, you gotta snap. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta go crazy. So it's already registered in my mind, like, ain't no let-ups. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no shortages. Give
Like
them.
you said earlier, Game 7.
Man, you can't hold back. And it's like, yeah, it's other DJs and whatnot, so you're not gonna play all the hits. You know, you got to give DJs something to play, or if they, you know, they know what they doing, they'll be able to maneuver around. But I just let them have it. I'm just like, look, I got 45 minutes on this joint. Let's do it. You know, like let's get it cracking. And man, it was just a moment. Man, you just thinking about it, it's like I can't see nobody far out. I can only see the people that's right here. And then it's 1,000 people on stage too, trying to be seen and all of that too. So it's like, okay. But I just locked in and was like, this the one. Like this the one.
How is it DJing for like rising artists? Because just a couple weeks ago when we interviewed Flex, that's how I found out you was his official DJ. Is that the only person you an official DJ for?
Yep.
So how is it being the official DJ of an artist like Flex?
It's cold. He cold. You know, I feel like we one of the coldest duos in the city. Mm-hmm. And he is just like, he watched me, do my thing, and I kind of do the same. It's just like, I feel like it's just like, wow, he killing this angle, and I'm on my side. But when it's both of us together, oh man. And we ain't even really, we did like one show, at the Illinois show. What was that? That was like 2019, the January, yeah. It's cold because you just growing with somebody. And I'm like, man, I know DJs that be like, man, I ain't DJing for no artists, I ain't got time for all that. But I don't want to feel like that. I want to be able to experience tour life, or not even just tour life, but just rocking shows and meshing well with somebody. Like I really admire like a Esco and Future. Like that's top tier to me. Like the way that they bond and all of that. Like Mike P and Juice WRLD. Like I really watch DJs like that. I just watched the interview with Taurus that's gonna DJ. Right. And it kind of just resembled. Right. He ain't really had no relationship with bro, but he just was playing his music and supporting. And that's how me and Flex started out. I was just supporting people at Western. He went to Western before we got there, but the people really didn't tell me about him till like 2016, his homies and stuff. So check my mans out. Typical check my mans out. Right. Ooh, I get 1 million of that all the time. I'm like, all right, bro, here go another homie from the block. You know what I'm saying? Like
sometimes that go a long way though. That check my homie, especially when you you got the one.
Yeah. So I'm like, all right, man, I'll check your homie out, man. All right. I think it was Shining. Shining came out. It was on Heat Check, the EP. I'm like, boy, what? Boy, who is this? Crazy. Who is this? And showing love, just tagging them on stuff. Ooh, and it was the same on my end, He'll post me or post some merch or post something about Takeover SZN. So it just was natural. It wasn't forced. And it really wasn't until like late 2019 when he was just like, let's rock. Not late, I'm sorry, early 2019, late 18. He was like, let's rock. I was coming home from Western, and he was like, let's just, let's do it. And I'm like, you ain't got to tell me twice, bro. I've been waiting on this. Everybody around us already saying, y'all might as well go ahead and lock in. So it just happened like that.
For sure. So I'm glad you spoke on like how them DJ and artist duos is like that, because I didn't realize how important it was or even the underrated 1-2 punch until I went to that Future and Migos concert.
I was there.
Yeah, Esco was there. Esco, he stole the show, bro, for real. So can you see yourself doing something like?
For sure.
Like on the concert, then you got your own set. Because I remember on Esco's set, he played that EXO Tour Life, and that set it off.
Yeah, and that man had a mascot. He had a mascot in there, bro. No. I knew he was like that. Had a whole mascot. I think the mascot had like a 56 Nice jersey or something too.
Team.
Yeah, so of course, the DJs, they open it up, get the crowd amped, stuff like that. So I could see myself having a set either before he come out, the artist, or, at like a halftime intermission type of thing. Mm-hmm. That is kind of dope. I always kind of just wanted to know the vibes in different cities, because we know our city, but what do they want to hear? And when I'm not at the crib, you know, like that's something that always kind of struck my interest.
Right.
How did you become the iLLANOiZE DJ?
Locking in support. I mean, we just it was last summer, and I hit them. I either hit Biko or I hit Pretty Riot, and I'm like, man, how can I just want to set. It ain't gotta be, you know, it could be 30 minutes. Just let me rock. And 4th of July, they was like, look, we gonna put some DJs on for 4th of July. You can get you a 30-minute mix in. I sent it to them, and it was loving it. They was loving it. And I really, like, put my all in that. And they hit me up a couple weeks later and was like, so we talking about putting DJs on the team, you know, on a consistent basis. Would you be down? And I'm like, of course, you know, like, that ain't no question. And I told him, I was like, I might as well just do the Thursday, you know, Takeover Season Thursdays, the Takeover Hour, same realm of things. And 40 mixes later, I'm here.
How important are DJs to the culture?
Very. We break the records, get the, you know, energy going, see what the streets want to hear. Just, it's kind of like a coach. You might just be the talent. Don't get me wrong. You might be cold. You might. But if you ain't got no person to really sit you down and show you something, you know, because you might think you can go out there and do it all on your own or whatever, but you need that extra ear, that extra. Like, I done been in studio sessions just cause, you know, and they be like, "Oh, what you think?" I'm like, man, you gotta, you know, the people want to hear this, or up the tempo a little bit, or just little small things. Go over this, or so I done been around so many sounds and heard so many different artists, and you know, it's just like they need the DJ, because without us, I feel like we kind of sample stuff before, you know, they might send us a whole track list or album or whatever, and we'd be like, this it, you know, this the one, so they can kind of know which ones to push a little harder than the other ones. So I would say, like, as far as like a scale of 1 to 10, probably like a 9.
All right, I like to ask everybody this question. If you can go back and tell the younger you anything, like, what would you tell yourself?
Start DJing in high school or freshman year. I feel like if I was DJing my freshman year of college, I probably would have been like somewhere just
Gone.
Yeah.
Facts, bro.
But
that was some of the greatest parties I've ever been a part of. Freshman year,
for sure.
Yeah, you'd have had it.
And that was really aux-core. Like, it was really aux-core. It wasn't like, I'm telling you, it wasn't. First Class was the only DJ. Shout out my boy DJ First Class. He was the only DJ there, really, you know what I'm saying, that was doing something.
Yes, sir.
So seeing bro, and I just had to kind of follow. I was like, okay, well, he finna be gone. He graduated in like 2016, so somebody gotta, you know, step into play. And I kind of just came into that.
So, where can you see the Takeover Season brand on a 5-year scale?
I want us everywhere. I want a storefront. I want big fashion shows, doing my own fashion shows. Global, you know, want my brand in different countries and different, you know, influencers or ambassadors, you know, rocking the merch. I want to be on League Fits. Like, I got different, you know, just stuff going.
Would you make an AAU team?
Of course. Only issue is it's a EYBL team called Team Takeover, and that's what I wanted to name my AAU team. But I'll go back to the drawing board. We'll figure something out.
All right, before we get out of here, tell everybody how they could, if they wanted to book you, how they could book you, if they wanted some merch, they could get some merch, everything Campaign Camo.
For sure. Twitter, Campaign Camo, 2 C's, Campaign Camo. Instagram, same thing, Campaign Camo. Instagram and Twitter, Takeover SZN. That's Takeover SZN _ Twitter and Instagram. Yeah, hit me on there. Hit me on Facebook, Camo Steel. Get up with me. SoundCloud, Campaign Camo. TakeoverSZN.com. Be on the lookout. New merch on the way.
For sure.
All right, Jimmy, talk to the people.
Yo, shout out Campaign Camo for coming through, chopping it up with us, man. Make sure y'all booking for y'all next event. Get some Takeover SZN merch, all that good stuff. Go ahead, download that iLLANOiZE app. Submit music, submit radio, clean edits, man. Whole lot of stuff on that app. So go ahead, get in tune, man. Shout out me at, follow me at Groove Nuke, GROOVNUKE, Twitter and IG. And that's pretty much it, man. Follow iLLANOiZE, Ill Sound Radio in that order. So, yeah. So what you got to say, Jay?
Download that iLLANOiZE app. You feel me? We tired of telling y'all to download that app, man. You can catch Camo every Thursday, lighting it up. What? It's 7 to 8, right?
7 to 8.
Yeah, 7
the
to 8.
Takeover hour.
Takeover hour every fucking Thursday. Download that app to listen live. You feel me? Shout out to you for coming through, bro.
I appreciate y'all for having me.
I feel like you motivated the people, especially if it's a young DJ out there. You feel me? To see where you started at and see where you at now. You feel me? That's a lot of motivation for anybody to listen to. And I hope somebody find it and they just push through whatever they going and get to where they got to go. You feel me?
Real.